Deal. And here's the deal. I probably should have been out enjoying more of this day, I must say. I'm going to come right out and admit that. But I had some really bad endometriosis pain today. And so, more or less, I just wasn't having it with anything. Not beauty, not the sunshine, just not feeling really fine. So, this is the only thing that came to mind. I put out some effort trying to rake a bunch of leaves because I believe it is one of the single most important things ever in the world to people in this neighborhood and probably a lot of neighborhoods across the country. This pressure for everything to look just so. And I don't get it. Come here, cutie. This guy doesn't get it. He's like, why would you spend your time doing that when you could, like, be doing other stuff? Great question, Gizmo. I just don't know. I should have made a place where I could sit. I didn't do that because if I sit in this pile of leaves, it's very wet from it raining yesterday. And that I don't think will be much fun. So I'll just kneel. It's okay. I'm teal. It's the real deal. I can kneel. Man, it smells good and feels pretty out here. But yeah, it's like every time I find myself trying to enjoy a little of life, the world, it seems like there's this tremendous swirling pressure to do better and do more. And what on earth are you sitting there for when you should be raking up at each and every single leaf? Now, if I was to show you the immensity of these leaves, you would be like, dang, Charlie Brown, good grief. Got a lot of work there. And I do. But don't despair. I'm not going to let it bear down on me. Heck no. Heck no. I really do need to kind of sit. This is hurting my legs. It's okay. Lucky for you, everywhere in my yard has this same leaf, and we can go on a little, like, crunching adventure through it all. Have a ball. Whoa, there goes Gizmo after some living thing. So I don't know. I just need to sit. There we go. Yeah, so there's oh, and now the light's really intense. Oh my goodness. What do I do? Oh, it's really bright. I can't see. Okay. Follow me. We're trudging through even more leaves. We're bouncing up and down repeatedly. It's okay. Any corner of the yard we go to, we're gonna find this same dilemma. There is monstrous amounts of leaves to be taken care of. Why? Here's some now. Anyhow, it seems to be this great, profound issue with all my neighbors that they give us these certain looks that they're like, they haven't done enough with their leaves yet. And it's like, well, I bet tomorrow there's going to be more because you know what? Nature is not done shedding them. My friends. So I don't know. This is all I could really come up with today. Because any deeper layers of my feelings are things I'm not really capable of dealing with right now. So just threw on the old flannel, did the best I could. Bring it up with the panel of poetry judges. No, you guys are supportive. I know that. I'm my biggest critic, and I just wish that more people were hip to my poetry. and loving it and listening to it and cheering me on, because I'm finding it harder and harder to show up for it, if I'm being real. And Teal's the real deal, so I'm gonna be. Hey, are you literally eating this is no. This dude is getting major, like, dog toots from eating too many apples. Every time I turn my back on him, every time I let him roam free as a free being for 5 seconds, I reckon he's off eating a rotten apple. I'm trying so hard to get them all picked up off the ground and make it so they can't be found by this little hunter, but he's sneaky. Look at him licking those chops. He's like, what? I'm not doing anything. You stop eating apples. Oh gosh, this is the joy of my life right here. This little guy, I'm telling you, I love him so much. He's just the best. Look at that gentle breeze. That's beautiful. So, hey, okay, I've just been kind of pulled away by life today. By the old endo monster. Ooh, changing of lighting. Clouds have allowed for me to squint less. So, goddess bless it. I'm gonna give you some poetry right now about this phenomenon of everyone trying to be Martha Stewart perfect. Even though she's not even perfect. Obviously. She went to the slammer, y'all. But, anyway. I won't damn her for that. Nobody's perfect. Matter of fact, not even me. I certainly know that I'm not. This guy, maybe. Except for a little apple addiction and some subsequent toots. But that's about it. It's pretty darn near close to perfect. So, okay. This is just a little, broad statement about how hard it is to be seen as a achieving perfect person. And not that any of my neighbors watch my poetry, but I will say, directly this way and directly this way. Good neighbors help us a lot, would help us in a pinch. But generally it feels pretty isolating out here. We've got this very idyllic looking neighborhood and everyone kind of draws the blinds, minds their own, and shoots judging looks if you haven't upkept things to be like a book of perfect home ownership. Anyway, now there's stuff in my eye, foliage of some kind, but it's okay. It's all in a day's work. So I'll just keep kissing this guy and bring you some poetry. Here it is. It's called Let the Leaves Be for Just a Little While, Please. I have neighbors who frantically try to blow away each and every leaf. Clearly, we are a bit too human and just cannot compete. I just raked up about 200 pounds worth until my whole body hurt into 4 meager piles. All the while, my neighbor, eager for perfection across the way, must have turned a few more of his hairs gray, intently blowing every stray leaf that dared to litter his driveway. Why do we lay waste to our precious time by trying to control the elements, like any evidence of nature needs to be annihilated and trimmed down to show our societal stature? Don't save any yard project for later, or your neighborly etiquette will be called into question. Don't let 'em catch you restin' in the hammock, lest they fly into a panic about your leaves from your trees blowing directly into their perfectly manicured lawns. It hasn't dawned on them, of course, that the force of the wind is not yet through stripping the branches. In fact, she is only now beginning to. But they take their chances, chasing every floating piece, and will find no relief until the task of bagging up the earthen scraps is complete. It's like sweeping your doorstep in a dust storm. Just allowing nature to do her thing before furiously flinging a rake around is clearly far outside the norm. Heaven forbid a storm forms over our strictly conformed cul-de-sac, Oh, the emotional impact of a few branches defiling these Better Homes and Gardens glossy displays. No one plays in the leaves or believes in the great pumpkin anymore. They're just so sure that anything besides tailored and pristine means they're bad adults or something. The constant grinding, pounding, screeching, and thumping of machines to make everything seem perfect around here assaults my zen as well as my ears. It's like everyone around me has deep-seated fears that if they're not constantly grinding their literal and metaphorical gears to accomplish some impressive feat, then they will be beat and bested by the rest of the masses convinced that since they glossed it up good in the 50s suburbs, we should just serve that image and stick to it ever since. I wince when I hear another motor startup erupting in peace-demolishing rumbles. When it comes to yard vanity around here, no one steers towards low-key or humble. I watch an army of workers across the street stumble all over each other's feet trying to keep this man's grass literally perfect. There would have to be great prizes earned for such obsessiveness, in my opinion, for it to be worth it. Why are we so fixated on the surface? I thought the purpose of being human was to be kind and use the power of your mind to help others. But I have yet to uncover that sort of vibe here, because when he's not measuring the grass length, when he's not measuring the grass length, that guy stays inside, no doubt chiding our unruly property. But heck, I'm gonna dance in these leaves before I pick up every single one, so try and stop me. My rake is floppy, and I had to fix it with duct tape. The leaves are still dropping and releasing, for goodness sake. They can shake their fists and wish for more orderly neighbors, but if they needed me, I'd still help them or do a kind favor. The season's shift is something to savor, not a time to insist on orderly behavior. Nature will always be greater than our annoying leaf blowers and mowers. And deep regard for this beautiful color palette is something we should all show her. Yeah. Why don't we just be like, dang, nature, you look beautiful. You make beautiful colors. Why do we have to be so crazy? It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's okay. That's alright. This little bit of sunshine just feels really nice. Thought I'd just kind of share it with you. Get away from that apple. I swear, little boy. No joke. Okay. Careful. Careful. Oh, ow, that one really smarted. Owie. Really got me in the finger. Like, ouch. Anyway, just thought I'd show you a different angle of all of the leaves, all of the leaves, all of the leaves, all of the leaves. And it's not our fault, man. This is just in the last few days these leaves been coming. So, I'm not running out to buy a bunch of rakes, for goodness sakes. I'm just gonna dance in them and appreciate the beauty of nature. Woo! Yeah, even though I'm pretty sure that it pisses off my neighbors. It's a new country song. So, anyway, I just love this part of raw. I just love this part of fall. And if it's wrong, then baby, I don't want to be right. Because I think it's beautiful. The sounds and the sights of it. And yeah, like, I understand there's got to be some order. Because without order, there's chaos. But, like, we're going to get around to it. The second the first leaf falls, you don't have to, like, bawl your eyes out and go crazy about it. Just, like, love it a little. Let it happen. Because it's going to keep on happening. So, that's my opinion. Look at that sky. Oh my. That's beautiful. I should go take a walk or something. I should talk the talk and go appreciate this beauty. Because it's there. It's in the air. And I care about the seasons and what they bring. Gotta dance and sing about it. So, okay, lots of leaves to pick up. So many. So many. Plenty, I tell you. But I'm gonna go, like, indulge in the beauty of Earth a little first. So, judge me if you will. But that's the pill I'm gonna swallow. The one called enjoyment and appreciation. So thanks for supporting me. Really means a lot to me. I'm sorry you get frustrated and I'm like, dang, what's up with all these people doing all this tried-ass bullshit, getting 45,000 views. Sometimes it's hard. Crank out creativity and feel like, dang, it's a pity not more people be hearing this. Because it's kind of like if you do anything online these days, you got to have the Instagram, and you got to have the Twitter, and you got to have this, and you got to have Patreon, and blankety blah, and blah, blah, and .com, and blah, 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 on and on and on and on. And I'm just trying to be Teal's real deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to, like, be a person. I know it's not bursting with monetization just yet. But it's a sure bet to me that it means something to some of y'all. So happy fall, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going to give up, and that's what's up. And I'm going to go fill my cup of wonder with some of this, because it's out there. Okay, love to you. Bye now. Go dance in the leaves. Whee! He's following me. He's doing as I do. That's right. Dance in the leaves, and believe in the great pumpkin. Woo! Ain't that something?